Hi and welcome to another Free.volous episode. Today we have another autumn or fall look. This one is playing with the greens, and if you have seen my videos for a while, you know that I am not a green person on my eyeshadows. I don't know why. I really love blue, but not so much with the green. But I decided to challenge myself, and this was what came up. This is vaguely inspired by one of Max's looks in RuPaul's Drag Race several seasons ago. She made it a lot more sort of doll-like, but I decided to bring it to a more wearable, everyday sort of look. I still played with dark and cool tones all around my face. I have a version with a very cool toned lipstick, which is far more edgy, and this version, which is simpler. You can also put in a very dark lipstick, very berry color lipstick would look amazing with this look. So I think it's more versatile than people give it credit to, and all you have to do is change up your lipstick to get a completely different look, which is really cool. So I hope you enjoy my venturing into the green land. When it comes to the eyeshadows that I used, I will of course let you know what I used, but don't feel again obliged to go out and buy the things that I have. I used a neutral palette. You have one by NYX, which is the Ultimates palette. I have the Kat Von D Shade and Light, just to have the browns and the beiges and the transition colors, because everything is really neutral and I wanted to keep it quite on the cooler side. And then for the two main eyeshadows that I used basically were Kenya and Egypt. These two from the Juvia's Place palette, but again, feel free to play with what you have. Just go for individual shades, for single shadows from NYX, from Kiko. Sephora collection also has them, and in Portugal they usually have sale bins, so dig in for those ones. They cost €3. So just keep that in mind, adjust it to you, what you have, and if you have enjoyed this look, please leave me a thumbs up down below. So if you want to know how I got here, just keep on watching. So because I'm going for a stronger look on the eyes and I'm playing with darker colors, I'm going to start with the eyes and then go in with my foundation. So I'm going to take a matte off-white color as a base for my eyes, just to set the primer down. Then I'm going to take a slightly darker brown shade just to create a slight transition. Just want to create a little base, because then I'm going to go with a darker shadow. So there we go, just to create a little bit of a shading. And then I'm going to go straight in with the green. I'm going to go with a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take this Egypt color, and I'm going to take MAC Fix Plus just to enhance the shade and making it a bit more intense. Although this does not need a lot of help. This is a Juvia's Place eyeshadow and they are super intense, and I'm going to apply it just to my lid, my mobile lid, just like so. And I'm creating quite of a rounded and true to my lid shape, but I'm not going to extend too much on the outer corners. And I'm just patting this in, and these eyeshadows are so creamy. They do everything for you. So if I pat when I have nothing left on the brush or barely anything, it will sort of blend itself out, which is useful. I always place the brush first where I need the most pigment, and then start playing with the outskirts. Just pulling my lid taut to get to the lash line, and then just patting along the outer edges of the shadow. I'm taking a smaller brush like this, and taking Kenya, the dark brown, and pressing it onto the outer corners and going around my socket line, just patting it in. Taking a clean blending brush patting a little bit more green on the center of the lid. Then I'm taking a bone color or an off-white color just to highlight my brow bone and to blend off the outside of the brown. Now I'm going to take the same brown, same dark brown Kenya, and placing it under the eye, right next to the lash line. Because I want a rounder eye, I'm applying a thicker line on the center and then thinning it out on the outer edges, and this will sort of create the illusion of a rounder, wider eye. Slightly blend it on the edges just so it's not too harsh. Black eyeliner on the inner rims of the eyes. You can skip this if you want to, but I think especially in the top waterline this helps a lot to thicken your lash line. You can see one with, one without mascara, and the eyes are done. And for this particular look, I find that applying lower lash mascara is going to add a lot of strength. And you can be messy because you haven't applied concealer yet. So as you can see, my skin has been acting up quite a bit, to be honest. So I'm going to do my best with foundation and whatnot. When my skin is going berserk, I always go with the Clinique Beyond Perfecting because it can go over these areas that are slightly bruised and drying out without looking or grabbing onto the dry patches. Concealer, powder, Kat Von D Lock-It, I'm going to contour with Hoola, still going for the cooler toned colours on the face. And I'm still working with Hoola a little bit on my cheeks. And then I want just a tad bit of a cool tone, very light, pinky mauvey tone on the cheeks. I don't want to deter from this very monochromatic, cool toned face that matches the outline of the eyes. But I still want something there. So this is New Mauve by Max Factor. Sadly, there aren't a lot of cool tone blushes out there right now, not at least cool on my skin tone. So just a tad bit. I'm still using the same brush and I don't want to deter from the eyes. There you go, there's enough. There's hardly anything there. That's where I want it to be. You can easily go into the warm colors and terracotta colors. That's not what I intended for this look, you know. I want to make it a little bit more sort of editorial, but you can go of course with a more corally blush or something more orangey, terracotta, and warm everything around it, and it will look amazing. Please hold. So for the lips, I'm still going for the cool toned look, so this is going to seem a bit weird, but I have two options here by NYX. These are the lip lingerie. This one is 01 Honeymoon, and this one is 15 Bustier, and then you have Colourpop Point Blank, which is Point Series, Point Blank, Point Zero, which is a collab with Kathleen Lights, I think, and I'm going to use that one. This is an ultra satin lip, and it's really a greyish beige on my skin tone. On some people will be a greyish brown. To warm it up a tad bit, I'm using the NYX matte lip liner, and this is the color Los Angeles. So this is the first suggestion. It's a bit more editorial, I would say, but still I think it's really wearable, and I like how it looks, to be honest. I like the cool tone all around and then the pop of green on the eyes, but I'm going to apply a more wearable color. So for this version I used the same lip liner, and I used Brink Lippy Sticks from Colourpop, and this is a more sort of peachy wearable, because everything is wearable, version of the look. Let me take my fringe out of the way so that you can see that. I think it's very fall appropriate, wouldn't you say? So this is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave me your thumbs up down below. Let me know the weird colors that you're not very used to, and combinations that don't make you really comfortable that you would like to try. This was what happened today. Thank you for spending your time on me. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!